Are you making a mess over there? What's going on?
I put on lotion. I had to shake the lotion bottle and then
Gotcha.
get the lotion out. Because I did hand sanitizer, and it makes my hand dry. So
Okay.
got to put on some Dance in the Rain.
So the hand sanitizer drying of the skin, is it exacerbated by winter yet?
Not yet. And I think with COVID, it's only going to get worse because I feel like I'm washing my hands a hell of a lot more than I used to wash my hands. But I've got these 2 little cuts on my fingers from Halloween costume making. And I went to hand sanitize. And I don't know if it's just the hand sanitizer or because my hand sanitizer is sunshine and lemons that it's like extra burning.
Oh,
But,
okay.
yeah, so I feel like I've got 4 things of lotion on my desk to pick from. That they're like the normal size lotions that you get from Bath and Body Works, but because they're almost empty, you have to cut them in half and then to get all of it out. So I've got.
So you're like scooping it out with your finger or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because by God, this lotion was $12. I'm going to get every little bit of moisture out of it.
How did you injure yourself making Halloween costumes?
I was cutting. Okay, so I bought myself a new glue gun, which a hot glue gun, which I must have had like a really cheap one before. This one was fantastic, and I don't feel like this is a really nice one, but it was $8 instead of probably the $3 I spent in a previous lifetime.
Big spender.
I know, but I can't find my glue gun, so I thought, okay, I'll get a new one. I forget about when you get glue on your skin while it's still hot. So I have a couple of little marks from glue burns yesterday.
Oh.
But I was cutting T-shirts and cutting sheets. And there was a couple of times when I was trying to get through like a seam on a sheet, and I was watching TV at the same time, and I got a little cut on my thumb and a cut on my pointer.
Sorry for laughing.
That are just awkward places, and I don't know how it really happened that the scissor got them there, but it's just like, why don't you pay attention? But we've got costumes. Kind of excited.
Nice. What costumes?
So my youngest, I really was trying to change her mind because she was going for like Enola Holmes, and then she was going for the Tooth Fairy. And the Tooth Fairy was going to be pretty cheap to put together. It was just going to be more time intensive. And I was kind of not wanting to do all that time. So I talked her into being a jellyfish.
Okay.
I'm so excited about this costume, Matt. It's like one of my better Halloween
All right.
costumes that I've ever put together because I'm one of the moms that, as low maintenance as possible, makes a costume if we can.
So is Ellie into jellyfish or what?
She is. She's very much into the aquatic scene.
All right. I was curious where you came up with that. She was like, what would be good?
That was an easier sell. Yeah.
Okay.
My oldest would be like, I'm not going to be a jellyfish, but Ellie is into that stuff. So I got an umbrella, and I got some streamers, and I have some old battery pack Christmas lights. And you just thread the streamers through the umbrella, and you've got the lights tucked up in the umbrella, and she just moves it up and down, and she looks like a jellyfish.
Fantastic. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I was really impressed with myself.
Yeah, nicely done. Where'd you get that idea?
Pinterest.
I was gonna say, seems like a Pinterest idea. Okay.
Yes, I was really okay. So for her first Halloween, when she was a baby, she was 8 months old, and she was crawling. She was an octopus. So I had her in all black, and then I had those little things that you put on the bottom of chairs so they don't scrape your wood floors.
Sure.
They're adhesive on one side, so I stuck those on her legs, and I bought some black tights, and I filled them with like pillow stuffing, and I fastened them around her waist so she had 8 legs, and she was crawling with these. Oh gosh, it was the cutest thing. It was the cutest little octopus ever.
I find it great. People putting Halloween costumes on their kids that aren't even a year old yet. Because the kid obviously is getting no appreciation of the outfit.
None.
It's 100% just for the parents to cosplay through their children.
Cosplay? I mean, I don't really like, oh my gosh, I love aquatic life. I'm not that mom. Though 2 aquatic characters may suggest otherwise.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Uh-huh. What about Finley's costume for this year?
Finley is going to be a ninja. And she wanted, basically, she just wants to carry a weapon. That is, well, do I get nunchucks or do I get a staff? I'm like, I've got a pool noodle. How about a staff? And she's like, okay. So I figured, because I was on Pinterest and I had some extra material, she's going to wear black pants, black shirt. She'll have a T-shirt made into a mask. I went on to Pinterest to figure out a no-sew solution for a mask. And then I'm just going to tie some white around her wrists and her ankles and a belt, and she'll be good.
I need to find a reason to be on Pinterest.
I mean, recipes, but
I think it'd be kind of funny, you know.
It's a time suck.
If I'm featuring things. Hey, guess what I found on Pinterest, Kate?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm telling you. And then I made Monty in my costumes too. And I made his first so I'd figure out all the things I need to do better for mine.
Okay.
And I like his better.
What are you guys going as? Have you told me this already?
Mummies.
Mummies. Okay.
And by mummy,
a mummy couple?
Like a mummy mommy and a mummy daddy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, this is the only way I could talk Monty into it, is like, it's just a T-shirt. You're just wearing a T-shirt. That's all your costume is. And he's like, I really don't want to. I'm like, you're doing it, and this will be the easiest way. So
all he's wearing is a T-shirt.
Well, I'm not going to do his pants.
No pants?
He's going to wear a mummy top, and I'm going to have I kind of went like, if we were sitting, you'd only see our top. That's fine.
Okay.
It's enough of a costume.
All right, whatever. It sounds...
But his looks way better. It sounds half-assed, Matt. Is that what you were going to say?
Yes, it does. Yeah, I'll just put on a T-shirt. Now you're a mummy. I'm like, what?
No, I made his shirt.
Worst description.
A mummy shirt. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't going to...
Is the T-shirt?
Yeah.
Long sleeve?
No.
I assume. What?
No.
Short sleeve mummy.
Yep.
I didn't know that was the thing.
Well, I didn't know you could be so judgy, but you can.
You didn't.
You didn't. Yeah. No, I worked really hard on it yesterday, and now you're just coming down like just a shirt? No long sleeves?
The other outfits sound great. Well, I was just going to say.
It's also like what we have around the house. I didn't want to go out and buy things.
Here, put on this T-shirt.
Just to hot glue them.
Do you take a marker or something to draw the mummy strips or something, or what?
No, I cut them out. I glued them all individually on these shirts. I have T-shirt strips.
Okay, but you can see his bare arms.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's going to be warm.
Is it you're going to? Last check, you're going to. Is it a heated garage?
It is.
Okay.
We're going to a party room, and it's always a sauna there. So
sounds nice. I could go for that right now.
Yeah. How was your party, by the way? Your garage party?
It was not a party. How many people does a party make?
Okay.
You're not the only one to have said, have fun at your party. Oh, you think you're going to still not drink even though you're having a party? I'm like, I'm not having a party. I'm having a couple, three max friends over.
So is 3 soiree? Is 3 get together? It's
a hangout. It's a hangout.
Oh, have fun at your hang. So how was your garage hang?
It was a good time.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you bust out the ping pong table?
I think, no, it did not.
Okay.
No. Just kind of BS'd, you know.
Were you warm enough with your new heater?
Yeah, I think, it was good. But I think if we were to do it again, and if the temperature, because it was like 40 degrees that night.
Yeah.
And I think if we were to do that again when it's like January or February, if it's like 20 out, I may need a second one.
Okay.
Or instead, because it had the garage door cracked, to get fresh air in there.
Okay.
And circulate air around. However, I do have a window.
You got to circulate the air from your hang.
Yes. What?
Okay.
Pleased with yourself there?
Yeah.
I could tell. There's a little noise in there.
That was a little snort. Just a little guy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Did you guys have your shoes off? Like, why did you have to circulate air for 3 people?
We're supposed to have fresh air. Well, first off,
is it a 1-car garage?
First off, there's a propane heater going on, and that was part of the reason that you're supposed to have air circulating, Kate.
Okay.
COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay.
Hello.
Sorry.
That was one of the big reasons why we were hanging out in the garage.
I mean, okay.
Not to enclose all the air in there. I can't believe you're finding this that shocking.
A little bit for 3 people, but go ahead.
It is a 1-car garage, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Give me a break.
I was picturing a 3-car.
All right. New topic.
So, okay. Obnoxious. What did you guys hung out? How'd you land on the snicky snackies? Did you provide?
Oh, no, we all ate beforehand.
Okay.
So it was just BYOB and we just hung out.
Nice.
Yeah, because once again, this was not a party,
Nice. Just to hang.
I think you need 8 people or more to equal a party. Yeah.
8? Okay.
I'm going to go with that number. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, just a few people hanging out. We were due for a hang, so we did that.
Due for a hang.
That's right.
Well, good.
Due for a hang. Overdue, in fact. So, we did it.
I feel like a lot of people would agree with you that they're overdue for a hang.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still find it weird that you're coming at me for taking precautions and trying to keep everybody safe, but whatever. You do you.
I mean...
You're going to mush your whole family into a garage and close the door.
Such cautions would have suggested that you would have had, like, some snack spreads. But it was just a hang, so...
Some spreads. Yeah, well, I'm also curious. I think that this may be a men versus women difference, too.
Okay.
I don't feel like guys feel as pressured to have foodstuffs for company.
Oh, right, because guys don't eat. Guys don't ever get hungry, right?
Correct.
Right. Guys don't need a bowl for their chips. They'll just pass the bag to each other. I get it. But now, like COVID times, it's like, bring your own individually packaged chips and keep your hands out of my chips.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend that used to, he would just, I think he probably would still prefer us do it this way. Just dump out the bag of chips all over a table.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more of a college thing, but he continued to do it fairly recently because he had asked, this is sometime within the last year, he's like, are we okay just to dump these chips out all over this table and eat?
No.
Like, that's going to get all over the floor. I don't think so.
No. We are going to put sandwiches all over the table, though, this weekend.
Oh, you're going to put sandwiches all over the table?
Mm-hmm. And by all over the table, it's not really like scattered sandwiches. It's going to be a hoagie sandwich, but it's going to be cut up into the individual sandwiches, but it's going to be shaped like a snake.
Yeah.
But it's also not going to be like just on the like nice tablecloth. It's going to be on the plastic tablecloth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Sounds like a great time.
I'm looking forward to it. I have not seen my family in a long time. And so it's going to be a quick, hey, how you doing? But
this is in a 4-car garage then?
Yes.
Oh, is it really? It's that big of a garage. Okay.
Well, okay. So it's 3-car, but it's a tandem garage, if that makes sense. So
no.
I mean, my mom made it a big party space so that it can be a garage and then it can also be like her party barn. So you can put tables and chairs out and there's it's heated and air conditioning and some ceiling fans and a couple of fridges. So it's good. It's good.
Gotcha.
Hopefully it won't be super cold that we can play some games out in the driveway and play some games inside so that we don't have to have all the games in the garage. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
By the way, the garage door was only open like a foot. It's just cracked.
Okay.
Making sure you're aware. I injured myself. Well, I didn't injure myself. You were talking about injuring yourself putting Halloween decorations together, or costumes, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I suffered a slight injury changing my oil.
Oh, no.
My finger also just got kind of caught on something when I was doing that.
Oh.
But I bought a engine-specific oil wrench a while back.
Yeah.
And then finally got around to changing my oil myself just yesterday. And I had to buy oils because I just had kind of the generic kind of oil wrench, and it kept on slipping off. So I kept on basically punching the undercarriage of my vehicle. Like the last time I tried, like 6 months ago or something, I was like, I got to get a different wrench here. This thing is killing me. And then so I got the new wrench that has like the little teeth that fit the oil filter perfectly.
Right.
Because this particular filter, it's like a paper filter that goes inside like an exterior shell. So you reuse the exterior.
Right.
Whereas I'm used to using one where you threw away the whole thing. You started over.
Okay.
And with those, a little tip you can do if they get stuck is you can drive like a screwdriver through them to get leverage to then twist it off.
Okay.
However, you don't have that hack when you're, it's a reusable outer housing, right?
Okay.
And so I was using this filter-specific wrench, so it fits perfectly. However, the last person to have changed the oil was a shop, who apparently just tightened the hell out of this thing. And, like I am like flexing against the vehicle and racing against the concrete, just really, really pushing at this thing. And I was like, oh man, this isn't going to go. And eventually, boom, it broke free.
In your hand.
After like, it was like 10 minutes or something. It took me a long time to get it, just like pushing on it. And
okay, 10 minutes, Matt? You stayed there consistently 10 minutes?
Well, I took a break so that I could go, because I looked up online. They're like,
okay,
hey, if you leave the engine running for a little bit, that could warm up things, and that might help break it free. And so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And so there were breaks involved.
I was thinking that you were there for 10 minutes, and I was going to applaud you for your persistence because I don't know that I would have lasted like 2 minutes.
Oh, I was getting ready to give up before it finally broke free. And it did. And at first I thought I broke something. And I was like, nope, that just finally broke free, and
that's your go-to, right? When something's not working like it should, you get on the internet and Google it.
Yeah, I find that to be helpful. Yeah.
I feel like that's the second solution. I get
right
where I'm like, can somebody help me? Google can help me.
The first couple of results advised me of that tip that I shared a bit ago about just driving a screwdriver through a replaceable filter. And as I indicated, that was not an option for me.
Not an option.
And then eventually I found that, and I was like, okay, I'll try that. But still, like, I can feel it. I can feel it in my arms.
Yeah, I bet.
And in my glutes, from just really, I mean, it was like a full body deal.
Giving it hell.
And my ass looks fantastic. No,
I'm going to change everybody's oil now.
Right. I'm going to get ripped. And just make sure that your filter's really tight for me, please. Afterward, I was like, I'm curious. And I looked at my watch to see if it gave me any credit for exercise or anything,
Right.
And of course it didn't. But I thought maybe my watch might feel my arms violently trembling, trying to get this thing to break free.
Well, wouldn't you think your heart rate would spike?
No credit. I don't know.
From frustration and from exertion?
I didn't feel out of breath or anything.
Okay.
Man, yeah, that was tough.
Well done.
Yeah, and I got new tires the other day also.
Yeah, you did. Look at that sucker.
I'll tell you what, Kate, it's like I'm driving around a brand new 2011 Toyota Corolla with 220,000 or however many miles on it. It's going.
Keep it rolling.
And just in time too for the winterish weather, so.
For the winterish weather.
Timed perfectly. Great.
I hate winter weather.
Agreed.
I know a lot of people get really excited for winterish weather. And I'm all about, I like fall. I don't want to go straight from summer to winter.
Which it doesn't seem like we've done that, but it does seem like winter is here too early. It did seem like we had some kind of transition at least.
So I felt very short, though.
Okay.
Felt very short.
Tell you what, Kate. I can just sleep and sleep and sleep when it's cold out, And this morning, when I woke up, because I did not stay up like that late last night, not really much later than normal. When I woke up, I was just like, oh my God, I want to just stay in bed for a long time. And that's pretty rare for me. I'm usually pretty good at getting up and around, even though I have multiple redundant alarms just in case, because I'm that paranoid.
You got the lights on and...
I do have the lights come on automatically, yes.
So let's say your lights come on and you change your mind and you're like, no, I don't want the lights on right now. Do you have to go to your phone to change it? Or can you give a vocal command and the lights will turn off?
I can say it. Yeah.
Okay. How often does that happen that you're like, nope, change my mind, lights off?
Now, I've only done for anyone unfamiliar, I have my lights all come on about 10 minutes before my alarm goes off. And so far, I have not. I've been doing this for about a month now, and so far, I have not turned them off. I have snoozed the audible alarm using my voice, but I have not turned off the lights, no. So I think that's because I can effectively bury my head under my sheets and it blocks enough light. I don't know.
I don't know, Matt. Do they like start low and then get brighter, or is it lights on?
Currently, it's lights on. Now, I think what I could do, like, there's new features always come into these things. And I was trying to think about how could I get there, and I think what I could do is, because basically it's set up as an automation that says at X time, set the lights to 100%. So what I could do is have like 10 minutes before that, have them come on at like 20%, and then 5 minutes later have them come on at like 60 or something. I could, but those would be separate commands that
lights
I program.
On just sounds like torture. I think I'd rather have the alarm go off than lights on.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But your thought is it's like the sun rising, right?
Yeah, and I understand that's like the sun rising all at once. Okay. But
noon.
Yeah.
It's noon at 4 a.m.
That's right.
But I think that it's really great that you know what works best for you, and so you figured it out and how to be tech savvy about it, where I just hit snooze a lot.
Yeah, it's reminding me of you're sounding like your pumpkin spice rationalizations that you make.
Yeah.
Where basically what you're really saying is like, yeah, you're kind of a freak show, but whatever.
No, I don't think you're a freak show. I don't think that I would wake up very pleasant with lights on 100% first.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
I don't need to be too pleasant for the first hour of my day.
Lucky.
You know? Like there's no one around. It's just me there. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I know. So spoiled.
Lucky. Yeah. I have found that if I wake up Susie Sunshine, I feel like they are a little bit easier to be Susie Sunshine. The girls are when I wake them up, but...
Oh, okay. Susie Sunshine.
If I'm like, oh my gosh, we overslept, get up, go, 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 then it's not going to be as good as it possibly could be. So when I feel like I'm doing them a favor by giving them 10 extra minutes because mommy needed 10 extra minutes, it's not always...
Right.
It doesn't always work to my advantage.
Now, you can buy, like, dedicated... There's, like, lights built for this purpose of waking up where they do slowly come on.
Yeah.
But I think this is something I could actually program into the lights. But so far, it's fine. I'm not minding it.
So far, so good.
Right. But, yeah, if there were someone else there, I'd probably have to change approaches.
Or you wouldn't. It'd just be something that hey, by the way, the sun rises at 4 a.m.
Right. You're going to be dealing with this.
It's going to happen.
Right, because I am unable to compromise.
I can't give you the code word to turn off the lights.
I think they'd figure it out once I started using it, but yeah.
I'd hope so.
I do like lights I can talk to, and then I can tell to come on at certain times.
That is something that you have got my brain rolling with the new house that we're building. Like, okay,
yeah,
we need to get some smart bulbs and be able to control things better than just flipping a switch. So
have they started running electrical or anything like that yet? I assume not, right?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
And we should get a roof soon, so I'm kind of excited about that.
You might want to do a consultation with somebody about smart lights just in case that there's something they could talk you into, as opposed to because like right now, if you already have a place, you're kind of locked into needing to rely on the smart bulbs. Whereas if you're building a place, they could maybe have some kind of central hub and make the lights, like the light switches, work better in tandem.
Possibly, yeah.
And yeah, it could get costly, but
yes,
not as costly as it would be to retrofit that down the line.
True. We did tile. I picked showers. I picked backsplash. I picked bathroom floor. and there was something else I picked. Oh, the pantry and the laundry room, only to come home like super proud of myself that I picked those things. And Monty was like, that's not the right floor in those rooms. I'm like, okay, good to know. So
what's that mean now?
Well, part of the standard, our bathrooms, our laundry room, and our pantry come with certain flooring. And so I picked them. Well, I forgot that we were going to do luxury vinyl composite throughout the whole house. And those would go in the bathrooms and the pantry and the laundry room. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you would not think that picking tile floor, which will match your shower, is a super big decision. But it was a big decision. And I'm just afraid I'm making the wrong decision. So that I spent that much time trying to make that decision only to have it like, you just needed to pick the shower. So it's okay. Already got the floor taken care of. I did have to pick carpet. And that was kind of pressure. So,
but then you're disappointed that you poured so much time into the tile that you did not need to.
Yeah.
How many hours do you think you wasted on that?
Hour.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, but the stress level in that hour of trying to pick the tile.
It's like a week's worth of stress concentrated into 1 hour.
Well, yeah, there was definitely some higher stress moments in that hour. Like I knew the backsplash I wanted, and so that was easy. But then it was it was not standard, so it's an upgrade. So that was like, oh man, do I really want it? Let's look at what they've got. I hate what they've got. I'm gonna get it. So it's an upgrade.
I just have this visual of you with like just a panicked look on your face.
I sweat
as you're rapidly flipping through choices or whatever.
Staring, and you feel like you're looking at the same two
sweat
things.
Through your clothes.
Yes, I was sweating. I wasn't like I didn't get the puke feeling, so that's good. But like I went into that appointment like already like this is not my comfort level. I don't want to pick these things, and Monty has made it clear that he does not want to pick those things either. These are the things that bother me more than they bother him. So
you win.
So I win. But I told him I stayed in budget the whole way. And then I was on the phone with him. And then the salesperson was like, in the background, I was like, except for the backsplash. We went over in the backsplash, but it'll be okay. So.
You stayed within budget on the floors that you did not need to pick out? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. You can always upgrade carpet. You can always upgrade the carpet pad. You can always upgrade the tile that they provide.
Right.
But I just went with this is the standard. This is what you don't have to pay extra for. And when I told them that I wanted subway tile for my backsplash, and they said, that's not in the standard. And I said, well, show me the standard. And I hated it all. I did not want that in the kitchen. And so she said it was going to be less than $200. I'm like, do it. Let's just rack it up.
So since you stayed in budget on this thing you didn't need to stay in budget on, I was going to give you a tip that down the line, I go over budget on something. And then if Monty comes at you, go, remember how I kept it under budget on the things that we didn't end up needing?
Right. Did I tell you about lighting?
Because you've proved that you're capable.
I am. The lighting was, I can't remember I think it was $1,600 was your budget for lighting. You can get whatever you want for $1,600. That was standard. After that, you paid extra. And the gal told me, the sales lady said that nobody stays in this budget. And I was a little intimidated by it, but she sent us the lookbook. $15.97. I stayed in budget with $3 left to spare.
The what book?
The lookbook, all the choices that we picked out and the prices. So she sent me the proofs, and I stayed in budget with $3 to spare. So lighting
is
that.
It all just it's all just exposed light bulbs?
Basically.
I was actually going to ask, so they're like, oh, you have X number of dollars to spend. Can you actually downgrade and save that money?
This is what I want to know, because we're going to save money on doing the flooring. We'll have, I don't know what the budget is, but
you don't know the answer to that, though? Whether that
I will know the budget this week.
Means money back in your pocket?
I don't know that it'll be money back in our pocket, other than, like, do we get it somewhere else? That's what I want to find out.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the builder pays all these vendors, and then we pay the builder.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was curious about. It's like it's like you're going to use it or lose it with this budget.
That might be fair. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to find out this week because we are picking out the big mama jammas, the floor. So it's a lot of floor.
I thought you said you already had a floor that was going throughout the.
Well, that's the material, but we haven't picked the color.
Oh man, brutal.
Right? Makes you want to throw up a little bit, doesn't it? Uh-huh.
Not at all. This whole like throw up due to nerves thing is still 100% foreign to me.
Oh, Matt.
Never once, and I have had nerves before.
I don't think so. If you haven't puked yet, you're not that nervous.
I typically, historically, puke due to illness, or way back in the day, if I had consumed too much, So.
Yeah. If I smell something funny, yeah, puke. If I'm nervous, yeah, puke.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Smell something funny makes you puke. Okay.
Well, like the bad smell, not like, oh, that's a funny smell.
I know a lot of people can puke if they see someone else puke. Right?
Yeah. I'm not very good about it.
Are you one of those people?
But
you a chain reaction puker?
I'm a chain reaction gagger.
Okay.
And it has, there's a difference between like baby puke and little kid puke and like full blown like grown up puke.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's like changing diapers. It's totally different.
There's been a couple of gaggy moments there, but yeah, never puked over a diaper. But I can remember specifically.
The diaper be conveniently located if it's not too full.
Oh gosh, but some of when you're introducing foods and yeah, my dad couldn't handle us when we were puking. Like when we were sick with stomach stuff, my dad couldn't be in the bathroom. Mom would be in there patting our back and holding our hair back and taking care of us. And my dad would be like, let me know when you're done. Rinse your mouth out. Wash your teeth. Brush your teeth.
What age was this?
I was in high school the last time. But I know my dad couldn't do it when we were kids either. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I kind of got a little bit of that from him, that I just can't handle the puke.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't. Huh. Is a dad expected to help his daughter puke?
I think a dad is expected to be a dad, and that's a parent thing. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, at that age, though, high school. Is it just the holding hair part? Is that the main reason why?
The nurture, the making sure your child is okay. That whole thing.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, because it's a gender-related thing? Only moms can do that?
I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying it's...
You just asked. Is that really a dad thing? I mean, he'll change your oil, but he's not going to help you puke.
Or a mom thing. I don't know. Mom holding your hair when you're 16, 17 years old.
I think it's a parent thing.
Well, that's why I was curious about... I'm not saying...
Like when you're a kid, I guess I still think of a teenager as a kid. I mean, yes, you're more independent and you can do more things, but you still need that, like... I can feel your eyes rolling from over here. That was the most dramatic eye roll.
It may have come through the microphone.
Ever. Big ol' eye roll.
That was not an eye roll. Nice try.
I don't know.
Trying to force eye rolls upon me that aren't there, Kate.
Matt.
See, this is why this show needs video. That way the listeners can tell when you're forcing eye rolls upon me that simply didn't happen.
Oh, Matt. Was it a duck face then?
No, that was totally a duck face I was making.
Okay.
No, all I was saying, mom or dad, whatever, the parent is expected to hold their 16-year-old's hair or hand or tap their back when they're puking.
Well, when they're not feeling good, the nurture. That's the part where I remember my dad doing that when I was a kid also, but more so when I was in high school, that he was like,
yeah.
See you when you get out later.
Yeah, I think once you can drive, your parents are no longer obligated to assist with vomit, unless you're just debilitated and you need them to clean it up for you.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I think that this should be the way it is.
No.
I'm just saying
You're just saying it's an assumption?
Yes, that's what I would have guessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what happens when I make assumptions? Umpshana. Umpshansa. You can rearrange words into all kinds of different things.
Totally.
One of my favorite things to do, Kate.
That's one of the word games I play so that I say sharper with words.
How's that going?
I've only cheated a little bit this weekend.
You cheated. How's that?
Where you just put the letters in a website and say unscramble them. And then it gives you different words. There's one that was so hard the other day, and I can't.
So you're just going pass.
You can't pass. You can't go to the next level until you figure it out.
Well, I thought you said you cheated and hit unscramble.
Oh, okay. So
that's basically pass.
Well, it's not a pass as much as I'm going online, and then I go back to the game and put them in, so then I can go to the next level.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
gotcha. Cheating.
Totally cheating. Because I usually have enough coins for a hint. But when I don't have enough coins for a hint, that's when I go online.
Is this an in-app purchase game or what?
No.
Okay.
It's just you earn earn coins, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the game? Our listeners want to know.
I know. It is a lot of fun to play with my kids. They like it a lot. Word search games, and this is called Word Hunt.
Word Hunt by Word Search Games.
Mm-hmm.
On your phone? Or
on
what?
my phone.
Okay.
Yep.
What about crosswords? You ever think about getting into crossword puzzles?
So there's another game that we play that they give you 7 letters, 6 or 7 letters, and it's a crossword, and you're just trying to fit them in where they will fit. Does that make sense? But it doesn't give you the descriptions. I don't like crosswords. They're not my favorite. Okay. You know, I like the People magazine crosswords.
So no was the answer.
No to New York Times. I like the unscrambling the words so that, okay, I know there's built-in hints.
Yeah, it's a totally different game.
It's a total, yeah. Like the hints reveal themselves the more words you get. So you know that, okay, the word you're trying to figure out starts with an N or has an N at the end of the word. You know what I mean? But it's still a word scramble, but I think...
Yeah, but crosswords aren't word scrambles. There's no letters to start.
No. Okay, so it's shaped like a crossword. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
It's shaped like a crossword. You only get 6 or 7 letters, and you're trying to create all the words that you can to fit into the crossword, but you're not giving crossword clues.
Gotcha.
So it's a crossword of sorts, but not like the New York Times crossword.
Right, because as you figure out the words, it clues you into what the next word might be
right.
by how it positioned an E or something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Are you a New York Times crossword guy?
Oh, I'm horrible at well, I mean, I shouldn't say I'm horrible at them. I'm okay. I think I can do well on the early, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday ones.
Not the weekend ones.
My mom is quite proficient at crosswords.
Okay.
In fact, that's one of my recurring gifts to her is a subscription to the New York Times crossword app.
Oh, that's nice.
And then she will go back in time to like a Sunday crossword from years ago so that you can continue to be challenged,
Okay, so you don't have to finish one to move on to the next one. You can have a couple going at the same time.
I'm not sure how that works, but the whole point is that, okay, I defeated this Sunday crossword. I'm going to go find another Sunday crossword.
Right.
I don't know that she's necessarily juggling a bunch at once, though.
Okay.
My guess is, though, it probably does save your progress as you go, and you could hop between puzzles. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Because if you get stuck, you're like, you know what, I need to go back and do a Monday one. Try to fix my brain a little bit.
I love Jeopardy, and when they have crossword categories, I'm like, oh, it's the worst because I feel like I can spit out the answer, but the fact that they give me how many letters in there, I feel like it takes me longer to count. Is that the right answer is that the right, does that word have the right amount of letters?
But it's not, this is just a, what?
Just when I'm watching Jeopardy in the category or crossword clues. So they give you the clue, and then they tell you how many letters are in the word or in the answer.
Man, I haven't watched enough Jeopardy, I guess. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's a recurring one, like potpourri.
It's just been too long. Yeah, I remember potpourri.
Yeah, they have crossword clues all the time.
How could I forget potpourri?
How could you?
And crossword clues goes back just as long as potpourri, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, in my face.
Pie from Trebek in your face.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Just wanted to say.
Yeah, that seemed a bit much, but
Trebek. It's harsh. It's a harsh name.
Well, maybe he prefers you call him Alex.
I don't think we're that close.
Or Mr. Trebek.
Maybe.
He's calling them Trebek like that.
Like Sean Connery.
Seems very aggressive, yeah, like Sean Connery as portrayed by Daryl Hammond on SNL.
Yes.
I think I got that right.
Those are some of my favorite skits. Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live. Those are good.
They were okay. I feel like they did maybe 10 too many. I don't know. It seemed like it was too often, but maybe not.
Now I'm rolling my eyes.
Yeah, well. Deal.
Done.
Dealt.
Dealt indeed.
Oh man. Do you think the listeners like it? Do you think the listeners like it when we fight like siblings? Do you think they enjoy that?
Well, I think it keeps it easier than like, oh, Matt says this, so I agreed.
Slap fight. Slap fight. Why are you hitting yourself? Okay,
so I've got to ask, if you don't like Celebrity Jeopardy, what are your favorite Saturday Night Lives that you're like, oh my gosh, that's so funny? Or are you just like, no, Saturday Night Live, it's okay?
Oh, no, there's some classic SNL bits. The recurring ones, though? Is that what you're asking? Specifically ones that...
No, I'm just saying, I mean...
Oh, like the Chop and Broccoli sketch
Dana Carvey.
From Dana Carvey from way back in the day. I find that one pretty hilarious on many levels.
Okay.
And, the one where Eddie Murphy goes undercover as a white man.
That is phenomenal. Yes.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. That might be the best one they've done. That was quite good.
Okay, so both of those are like 80s and 90s Saturday Night Live. You got anything recently?
Correct. Yeah, and my exposure to both of those are when I was a kid. Like we had the best of Eddie Murphy's Saturday Night Live and like the Saturday Night Live 15 or 20 year anniversary recorded on VHS, and so we'd watch those a lot. And so those were featured in there.
Did you watch when Eddie Murphy hosted Saturday Night Live just recently?
I did not. I don't think I ever saw that.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I didn't watch it either, but I thought since you had the best of Eddie Murphy.
Oh.
Well, I don't stay up that late on Saturday nights usually, and if I am, I'm not in front of the TV, but I catch a lot of YouTube.
That's what I was going to say. They've done a better job adding things to YouTube recently, so that's where I catch the current ones. Adele was pretty good over the weekend, the few things I saw from...
I'm kicking myself that I missed that.
I only saw a couple. Her monologue was good.
Yeah.
And then I saw this bit where they saw a fortune teller, but it was like they saw a fortune teller a year ago. And so this fortune teller's telling them all about things that they'd be doing a year from now. So you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I see you vigorously washing a bag of potato chips. And the person's like, whoa, what?
Why?
Right. So the premise is pretty good on that.
Yeah, I wanted to stay up. I had an allergic reaction Saturday night.
Oh.
It was really weird. We had to go horseback riding for Girl Scouts, and so we were in a barn all day, but we weren't like out where it was blowing. I can't figure it out. I had my mask on the whole time, but when we got done, like my lips were itching and around my mouth was itching, and I couldn't figure it out. And then all of a sudden my neck was itching and my legs were itching, so I took a Benadryl. Hopefully that was going to help. And I was reading the back of the Benadryl bottle. I'm like, how many of these can I take at a time? So I took another Benadryl like an hour later because I was still really itchy. I'd showered. I'd washed my face. I didn't use anything new on my face. I changed clothes. It was just really weird. But I essentially went into hibernation Saturday night. And I woke up in time for Mass on Sunday morning. It was just like, I feel like I slept 13 hours. I didn't, but it definitely, like, the world could have caught on fire and I was not going to wake up for it.
The horse got you or some hay in there or something like that, or what?
I don't know. I didn't touch any hay. I mean, I didn't have anything on my face. I just had my mask on. But we can't figure out what it was. But whatever it was, it took 2 Benadryl.
I have issues with horses that I don't feel comfortable getting into.
Do you? Okay. Next commercial break. You're going to spill. Oh, Yeah, I think we're going to start horseback lessons, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what's the end game on that?
Something to do during the winter that's indoors and that the girls will like to do.
You're not trying to groom them to be professional horse people, or they have no desire to be professional horse people or anything like that?
No, we can't afford to be professional horse people. No, absolutely not. It's just something, they're both going to play basketball, but they also had talked about doing art lessons and horseback riding. So, okay, let's check out horseback riding with Girl Scouts. And it went really well, and it's not that expensive to do 8 weeks lessons. So
if one wants to be a professional equestrian, they must be pretty wealthy. Is that what you're saying?
I would think so. I mean, how do you become a successful equestrian without a horse?
That's a good point, Kate.
And all the gear that comes with said horse.
Yeah.
I would think that's one of the most expensive, would you call it a sport? Because, yeah, I would think that would be an expensive sport.
Right. Well, I know that you don't want to ride them hard and then put them up wet.
Oh, my God.
Are you familiar with this?
I am not. I think it's time for me to get out,
right.
though. I gotta.
An older gentleman told me, he's like, oh man, you know what? She looked like she was road wet. I'm messing this up. She looks like she was rode hard and put up wet. And I'm like, what are you saying to me? And
it's not someone that you know, and they're just having this conversation.
No, I know the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's no one related to me, and I wouldn't say it's a friend or anything like that. But an acquaintance, I guess, an older gentleman.
Do we work with him?
Was I don't want to get any more specific than I already been.
But that has to do with riding horses?
Yeah, apparently it has to do with riding. Like if you put a horse up, you ride the horse hard and then put them up wet, they get irritated and agitated, and it's what you need to comb them and stuff or brush them. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
So, yeah, it's not a flattering thing.
No.
To be said about you.
No, I don't think so.
Me using this fancy new thing called the internet, Kate, that's how I learned that one. Otherwise, I would have been like, I don't know what that means. Forever.
You just decided, hey, let's look up what he just said, because I'm not sure about that.
Well,
couldn't read through the lines on that one, or?
I need to find a book that is like old-timey sayings.
Okay.
Because I think it'd be pretty fun to start just working them in to conversation, maybe the show too. I don't know, because there's so many good, just fun, old-timey kind of folksy kind of, like knee-high to, like, oh, I've been doing that since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. You know, things like...
Yes. Okay.
Really dated expressions, I think, are kind of fun.
I did watch
So, yeah, I got to look that stuff up. Come on.
Okay. I did watch a Victorian slang video where 3 British actors were trying to figure out old Victorian slang. And so I was trying to think of some things like knee-high to a grasshopper, and I couldn't think of ones like they thought of. Like, do you know what bag of mysteries is?
No, I have not heard that one.
I haven't either, and neither did they. It was Henry Cavill and Millie Bobby Brown and Sam Claflin, and they were trying to figure out these old Victorian slang. Bag of mysteries, I think, rings true today. It's sausage. Get it?
Yeah.
It's just mystery meat.
Gross.
Bags of mystery.
Yeah, doesn't sound good.
Serve it with your eggs.